We are back with our next event with Lakshman Bulusu. Uh, Forgive me, Lakshman, if I have pronounced your surname wrong. Correct me if I am right. And the book in which our poet is published is To the Newspaper Again. This poem is a very relevant one, you should read it. So, Lakshman Bulusu, to give you an introduction, is been writing poems for a very long time now. His first poem is titled Once in a Blue Moon, which he'd written in 1983 summer. And since then, he has not looked back. He has penned more than 3,500 poems and haikus, small poems, and he continues to write even today. He invented the star poem poetic genre in 2016 and its sequel, the Miracle Star poem poetic genre, in 2021. His poems are published in various journals and anthologies in US, UK, Canada, Taiwan, and India. He has authored 6 collections of poetry, his most recent one being Love Seen or Unseen, launched by US One Poets Cooperative in May 2021. The title poem is 1001 lines long in 251 quartets. Lakshman elegantly captures the beauty of poetry as voice of the heart that paints words like a color chart, and to him poetry shines again and again like a newborn poet enthusiast. He has participated in international poetry readings across the US, Canada, UK, and Australia. He was a featured reader, the only Indian American poet, at the Robert Frost Remembrance Event, Vermont, USA, on the occasion of National Poetry Month. With that, I think we can invite our dear poet live to have a chat with him. I'm really looking forward to speaking with him. We sent him an invitation. I'm waiting for him to accept it. Oh, yes. Hello, sir. Very warm welcome from Poet Choice. How are you?
Fine, how are you now?
Oh, welcome to Jeremiah. He is listening to us. Thank you for joining us. He's also a co-poet with us. So, sir, let's begin with. I have already given a very vibrant introduction of yours. I'm really looking forward to hearing you recite a few poems. Let's begin with. Do you have the first poem that you recited? Wrote Once in a Blue Moon that you mentioned in your bio.
Actually, I lost that poem. I wrote it in 1983 and I lost it. Maybe
No problem.
And I lost it. So I can read other poems.
So, what was it like participating in international poetry readings? This was an online event, was it? That you have mentioned that you.
Yes. Like I participated in an event called Morning in Boston, Night in Australia. It was held over.
Wow.
Morning in Boston, Night in Australia, and it was held over Zoom call, and very good poets read their poems, and I also read my poems.
Okay. Wow, that sounds like a really big gathering and a big event. I'm sure it would have been really enlightening and really interesting to hear so many people speak and recite. So, sir, can we hear one or two of your poems, if you don't mind?
Okay, okay. I'm reading from the collection Love Seen or Unseen, and it was published by the Indo-American Literary Academy,
Oh,
based in New Jersey. Hello.
okay. Okay, we've lost him. We'll have him back very soon. In the meantime, I'd like to share a few announcements that we have published quite a few poets recently. One poet named Spencer J. Vigil, whose book Summers in Laurel Canyon is going to come out very soon. And it is in pre-order stage on our website, so you can order it. Then we have another poet, Eugene Stelzig, who is also there live on our website. His new book is called Walking Through the Four Seasons. And let us see whether he has joined us. No, we are waiting for him to. Okay, we've sent him a request now. Let us see if he accepts it. Ah.
Hi.
Yes, sir.
I will be reciting one of my poems. I will be reciting some poems from my book, Love Seen or
Sure.
Unseen, and
Okay.
it was published by Indo-American Literary Academy in May 2021.
Wow.
And the book launch happened by US1 Cooperative Poets Society sometime in June. The poem is called A Moonlit Night. The peeping stars steal the winning smiles of the moon at the earth draped in its guilt. Like a pen takes control of heavy minds. Midnight hours stroll in the murmuring silence of the crickets, like faint leaves in autumn end, strewn on shriveled pathways, or atoms of unused talent in the bare furrows of mind. Fireflies like vagabonds spark the chillness of the night, like fond memories to the series of dreams. And the intangible shadows of invested flora in their night sheen stare like addresses on letters.
Interesting.
The clouds, all that remained of the day, with their hues camouflaged by silver, idle in the yonder skies, and the gentle rays pierce their recesses, fitting them to mellow the whiteness. The hills trod by lions and their friends, in drowsy yawns closing in nature's shelters, echo the clods of hurrying feet of those settling in afar mud houses. Betwixt the hills run streams glazed by cooling flakiness of snowy air, melting the night's silence into a delicate glee, like mercy flowing through stark reality, melts the latter and its hardcore deeds. This panorama spread out so grand, evokes a lyrical poem, a poem of morrow to celebrate any night. This was originally published in a magazine called Local Honey Midwest and also in the National Poetry Month as a celebration anthology, New Jersey in April 2021.
Okay. Anything else that we can hear? You have published quite a few books here. I think you've said that you published 6 books so far.
Yes,
So we'd like to hear you recite more poems.
yes, I'll do that. Yeah, so okay, so this is from the book India, a Star-Studded Paradise, and it has all the star poems, all the poems in that are in the star poem poetic genre that I invented.
Oh, so can you share with us what exactly is the genre all about that you invented? The star poems that you talk about, what exactly does it mean? Can you enlighten us?
So it consists of 5 tercets, tercet being 3-line poems. It consists of 5 tercets that correspond to the 5 triangles of a star, and these 5 tercets are followed by 5 individual lines, each one taken from the first line of each tercet.
Okay.
And the last 5 lines are the sides of the inner pentagon formed by the outer 5 triangles. So the star poem can consist of either the 5 tercets or just the last 5 lines, which also represents a star converging to a point. 5 lines converging to a point. But the order and context of the tercets should be followed in the last 5 lines also. And it is not necessary that to pick up only the first line from each tercet, but it should be the same line number from each tercet that should constitute the last 5 lines. If you do the like when I showed the star poem here, poets recommended that I always choose the first line, but I kept it flexible so that they can choose any line number but stick to the same line number from all the 5 tercets. So I have written about more than 120 star poems, and the poems I'm about to read, this poem has been published in the Poet's Touchstone of the Poetry Society of New Hampshire.
Okay.
So it is called, it is
Yes, we are back, and I apologize for the network connectivity issues that we've had. So we have Lakshman Bulusu from USA who is published with us in to the newspaper again this book, and we had some network issues whilst we were talking to him, so we are going to add him back. Let's hope for the best now. I'd like to add here that it is our first event with the poet. Okay. Hello, sir. I don't know what happened just a few minutes back, but we are glad to see you. So you were saying you wanted to recite a few poems, and you were. I wanted to know from you how you've achieved a great feat here by writing 3,500 poems. What is your habit? How did you achieve that kind of milestone?
I have been writing poems since 1983, way back in India, and I used to scribble on paper, keep the papers. Whenever I moved, I take them with me, and I write mostly while I am not busy with office work or not busy with school and college preparations. So whenever I find time, I write the poems, and while traveling, I write the poems. In fact, one whole book, I revised the whole book while flying from New Jersey to India.
Wow.
Whenever I find time, I write.
I really like to appreciate the effort you've put in to come to us today and do this live event. I can see that it's taking a lot of effort for you to be around, and I appreciate. I must praise that effort that you've put in. Coming back, you were about to recite a few poems. Do you want to do that?
Yes.
Or is there anything else?
Yes, I can recite.
Go ahead. Let us hear you recite a few poems.
So I should start from the beginning, or I should skip the poems that I have already read.
I think you recited one poem. After that, we lost you.
Okay. So now I will recite some of my poems from the book called India, a Star-Studded Paradise.
Okay.
And it is a collection of 57 star poems on India, describing the length and breadth of India.
Oh, wow.
It is also published by Indo-American Literary Academy in New Jersey.
Okay.
And the first poem it has is titled, it says Welcome India.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a star poem. Welcome India, world's largest democracy multimedia. Namaste greeting brings Indians closer to social meeting. India in rife, land of karma and dharma, speaks of life. Temples, forts, mansions, architecturally rich, need no captions. Flora and fauna, India's sanctuaries, soothing like sauna. Welcome India, Namaste greeting, India in rife, temples, forts, mansions, flora and fauna.
Interesting. I can see that you are very attached to your country, and why should you not be? It is really interesting to listen to your work. Sir, I'd like to say if there is anything else that you'd like to share. I don't think we should. We'll like to read your poems. We'll put it in the bio, the books that you've published, and we hope that the readers read them instead of hearing you recite them. So, what was your experience like being a part of the Robert Frost Remembrance event that you mentioned? If you'd like to share some experiences from that.
Yeah, the experience was very good and touching. I started reading Robert Frost right from my school years when I used to study English poetry as part of my course curricula. So I have read a lot of Robert Frost poems, and especially the one that stands out, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So I joined the event and I read a poem titled The Best Memorial, which happened to be a description of the Frost place and the Robert Frost farm, which I visited in New Hampshire, the house where Robert Frost lived for some time, and how they have preserved it with all the tradition that was there when he was alive and staying there. So
Wow.
And the challenge was that I should read something on Robert Frost. So I chose the topic, the best memorial, and in a poetic way, I described the Frost place, so-called Frost place in New Hampshire. And I was the only Indian American, rest all of them were Americans. And it was quite an enlightening experience for me because I never assumed that I will be the only Indo-American poet or the only only poet originating from other than America.
Even over here, you are I was about to say that you are the first Indian poet who we have also published in an anthology with us, who has come live with us on Instagram for a live event. We have never had an Indian poet come live before who is published in an anthology. An Indian poet recently we did, but that person was not published in an anthology with us. So it's interesting how things happen. It's the first year also.
How many have joined this live event?
Few people had joined in Sir the live event. Right now, we don't have anybody watching us.
Okay.
So I think let us conclude the event here. I don't seem to find any reason to continue. I'd like to thank you, Instagram, and those few people who joined us for this event. And I'd also like to get your approval to share this event with our viewers who will be offline and may see it in their own leisure time, hearing you recite and talk about yourself.
That's fine.
So, great. We'll also be sending in an approval letter regarding this, and with that, I thank you for your time and efforts. And with that, I'd like to say.
And can you send me the link to the video also?
I will share the link. I will share the link right away. After I disconnect, I'll just share the link right away with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.